Elementor is a relatively new WordPress page builder. We have, in the past, it's always been Visual Composer that we used, and we have recently switched over to Elementor just because of the just the amount of customization that you can do is far greater than what you can do with Visual Composer, and it's a lot better. It's a lot better functioning drag and drop builder. Also, the drag and drop is a lot smoother, and you can see the live preview of the site as you're building it, and it just seems like they took the popular page builders, put the best features of all of them together, and put them into one plugin. So we can kind of give just a quick run through. Just a quick intro here to Elementor. It is free to use, but we use the Pro version just because it gives you a lot more options with not only editing the content, but like editing, you can customize your own header, your own footer, just like everything about every section of your website you have 99.9% control over. So it's really really helpful that way. Like it says, there's no coding needed, but it allows you to have advanced coding if you want to use that, which is great on our part also. It is fast. We have tested it and it is fast. Very easy to use. They're coming out with a lot more themes. When we used Visual Composer, it's because everybody was using Visual Composer, and all the popular WordPress themes were using Visual Composer, and so you had a bigger selection of themes with Visual Composer. But now with Elementor, they're getting their theme selections out there. A lot of people are switching over to Elementor, so there's going to be a lot more themes to choose from in the future, pretty soon in the future. This is just kind of showing you the different customizations you can work with, and it definitely does work like this. Resizing columns is a huge one that we've been using instead of just the normal the 3 columns, all of them are the same width. You can actually just click and drag the size of the columns like it's showing you. This is very helpful, the column and content positioning. Because sometimes you have to put in some custom padding around stuff to make them align the way you want them. But with Elementor, you can just say, I want these to align to the middle, and boom, it'll align everything to the middle, making them even no matter how much content's in there. The padding and margin setting is very handy to use because it allows you to do it on all devices, desktop, tablet, mobile. You can set different paddings and different margins for different devices, which is great because on desktop a lot of padding might look good with the more room, but then on phone it might be way too much on phone. You're just scrolling way too much, so you want to reduce the padding on mobile, and with Elementor you can do that. Column gaps, that's also handy to use. This is what I was kind of mentioning. They are very frequently coming out with new stuff to have more control over the site. Like we were using Elementor for a couple of weeks, and then there was an update where they allowed it came with like a new update where you could have full control over your blog pages, like your individual blog pages, category pages, archive pages, and that was just a huge thing also because before it was kind of built into WordPress, you didn't have much control over it. The pre-made templates, we use that sometimes if it's close to the design. Handy just to plop that in there. The different elements. There's a lot of third-party plugins that are coming out that give you way more elements to the basic Elementor elements that are built into it. And there's just pretty much anything out there right now. If you need to do something to your site, there's probably a third-party plugin that ties into Elementor to allow you to do that. And this is just kind of showing you the different elements that are built into it. There are, pro version. This is why we use the pro version, because a lot of the stuff we've already been using, like the slides, it's just a quick slider. There are the posts when you want to show your recent posts. They have a thing for that. A quick form, a portfolio area. If you want to put a navigation menu somewhere, like maybe on mobile, you want a nav menu somewhere else, you can put that in there. So yeah, it's just a lot of functionality, just a lot of features to use, and it's just getting better and better. So it is completely mobile friendly. Out of the box, it's mobile friendly, and it's just something that we are going to be continuing to use for a while. So um, we're going to be getting into some deeper videos, going into like how to edit with Elementor, doing how to use the different elements, padding and margins, that kind of stuff, and we're going to go into that with other videos.